we will enter you into a drawing for 100,000 AUEC for your enjoyment. Again, the rules are the name of the fifth song, your character's name in game and email, that to delnorangames@gmail.com. Into a drawing for 100,000 AUEC.
News and tunes across the galaxy. WKHQ, bringing light to your day. From Stanton System, we're lighting your way. Oh, WKHQ, your rhythm, your news coming through.
I guess I'll start off like every other time. The reason the touch screen, there's actually two of them sitting there, is the reason we have a camera on them and that text above it saying custom touchscreens from streamteam.com is because I'm doing these streams for now to try to get the word out to people that these touchscreens, I made the software for them. It's super cheap. It's available right there on the website, streamteam.com, and the touchscreens themselves are super cheap hardware you can get online, including the Amazon. I think I pay like $30-some for each one of the touchscreens. I don't have all of the videos made yet, but I do have 8 of these screens sitting here. I've got 2 of them set up, which the camera is looking at.
Welcome to Stanton Radio. You are at 105.9 on your radio dial. WKHQ, the place to get all of your news and the best music in the system. Let's start this out with a warning to keep our listeners safe. This song is brought to you by the band Metal Shavings. Let this be your warning to watch your six and keep an eye on your radar. And of course, never fly direct and always bring a wingman on your route. Here we go. Sit back and listen to Don't Walk Away in Quantum.
Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. To hear myself talk. Okay, so what was it that I was? Where did I leave off here? Oh, the touch screens, right? So the reason that I have those being shown is because I made the software for them, along with several other apps, all on that website. And what I'm hoping to do is get people to interact with me. Just take some teamwork. And then I could, at some point, be making enough money to make it so that the public is who I work for. Instead of what I've been doing for decades now, which is working for big companies, and I make whatever they want. And that's paid well, but the point of this website, if you look at it, streamteam.com, is a little bit more fun-oriented. Making fun things is still expensive, just like Star Citizen here. It takes a lot of money to make something like this, and takes effort to make the touchscreen software and things like that. But if we work together, since I have the skills, I have a lot of experience coding since I was 10 years old, and with AI in recent years, it's magnified my capabilities. So, you know, if people showed up and bought the apps and signed up in the Discord and talked and said, what about this feature? What about that feature? And thought about making an app that does this or that. I can make this stuff for all of you, but it takes money because it takes time. To make all this stuff takes time. and I could do it just as a hobby, as I've been doing it in the background. But if ever the public, for whatever reason, shows up and starts buying my software, I'll make whatever it is you want. If all my time is to wake up in the morning and make software for all of you, well, guess what? You're going to get what these Fortune 500 companies I've been working for have been getting. But it'll be all focused towards you or on whatever it is you want. Like in this case, it's these Star Citizen touchscreens, which I don't know if a bunch of other people out there want these, because they're useful for any game or any app or even home automation or whatever. These are just customizable touchscreens, and I just happen to make an app that load software onto these customizable touchscreens to drive them and make them do whatever you want. What I use them for here is I'm using them as Bluetooth keyboards. They show up as Bluetooth keyboards to Windows. I could plug in several of them. I don't know if you know this, but Windows will allow you to plug in, I think, dozens of keyboards, Bluetooth keyboards. Maybe even USB keyboards also. And so you can spread out the functionality of whatever you want to do. Like in my case, different spaceship flight and power features here. But I have other skins as well. So this is the main menu for my skins. You know, that you can create whatever skins you want and upload with my software and upload them onto these. You provide the picture, which is this whole thing's the picture, an image, and down here's another image for this skin. So you provide the pictures and the hot spots and what you want them to do when you touch them. So you customize everything. I'm using these as my Star Citizen menu or Star Citizen skins, but you could have your own Star Citizen skins, or you could use my Star Citizen skins, or you could use it to run your Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop app, or to run some home automation thing to turn all your lights on and off and open and close your doors and all this stuff, or whatever you want to drive with this.
And is climbing fast on the charts.
So my software just makes it easy to create the skins in those hot spots and organize them and load up multiple devices at once, and obviously turn these devices into Bluetooth keyboards. Or there's other modes as well that aren't just Bluetooth keyboard mode, but I like Bluetooth keyboard mode because it just makes it nice and easy. Just they talk to Windows, Windows talks to Star Citizen. I don't have to do any special integration with Star Citizen or any other app. I just have to make them plug into Windows as Bluetooth keyboards using the normal Bluetooth Windows interface that you normally would use. They just show up right there when you say add, like pair with Bluetooth device in Windows. You'll see whatever name it is that you gave the device in my app. It'll show up as the name in Windows. Anyway, let's do some space adventuring here. So you can see me actually using these touchscreens. Though I need to make more, like I said, of these skins. I need to buy a ship that does mining or salvaging or something, and then make a skin just for that. So I've been doing a bunch of hauling, and maybe there's room for a hauling skin, because the Haul C at least has different buttons for its like request for loading up, and there's a request, and a button for expanding and closing your ship, because it can expand open to take on a lot more load. But I was thinking there were 3. It's been a while since I tried using the Haul C, but in any case, you know, any custom Haul C commands would go on the skin, the hauling skin. But I don't know what else there would be for hauling right off the bat. Maybe you can make a combination hauling and flight if you felt like it, like some of these controls I have here, but not others, because maybe, I don't know, like there's a lock, pitch, and yaw down here. maybe you don't care about that. Or auto land. Maybe you don't ever use auto land. Have a little button here called exit for getting up out of the seat. Let's see if that works. I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, it still works. But so some of those things maybe you don't even want on this skin. So you could create a combination of this skin plus add a few extra controls for the Hall C stuff, and maybe that's all there is for a hauling specific skin. So I'm using these streams to get a little bit of non-work time in. I'm 99% of the time working, but I'm trying to get some entertainment in with Star Citizen here. If I'm going to play some games, I want it to be primo time, and this game is trying to be primo time for sure. Getting supplies.
I cannot imagine the frustration cargo pilots must be feeling right now, unable to complete any contracts or earn any money for the last 2 weeks. I have someone with me now calling in on an encrypted line saying they have information on the freight elevator situation. He is going by the name of Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos, are you there?
Hello Laura, long-time listener, first-time caller. All I can say about the elevator software update is that Stanton deserves all of his. They pay the lowest wages of any nearby system, including Pyro. They require
I
the
have
longest hours
nothing
and offer the worst
in
benefit packages around. I know this is my opinion,
Where am I even?
and that I
Oh,
promised
Everest
you some
Harbor.
details
That's where I
about
thought I
cargo
was. I just don't have
elevators,
anything
so
in
I will get
inventory.
right to that now.
They probably
The Delta
reset.
Dominion are behind
I don't
all of
remember when
this.
the last time I put
The
stuff in
Amicus
there.
group has been talking about doing this for
This
weeks
game
on
is in
Fortran,
beta
and just an
forever,
hour ago, they
perpetually.
claimed responsibility. Their leader,
But
Chris
still,
Roberts,
it's
says that he will keep screwing with Stanton until everyone submits their will
got
to
big
his command.
ambitions
That is all I have,
and
Laura. Again,
a
I
lot
love your
of
show
good
and
stuff
never miss it.
that
Well,
would get
that was only
a team with big ambitions from the top down. It's really the top guy's ambitions.
Let's move on now to our
And
next song. This song is an oldie but a goodie. It's a song
And,
which launched the resurgence in remembering
no real
and has
drive
sparked
to
conversation about
reach a
better working
completion
conditions
point
across the
to make
entire
money.
system. Here we go with the song
They
Cargo
just
Monkey,
don't feel the
with
need to
band
do
we
that
all love,
from the
Aaron
top down. The
Astro.
top guy just doesn't care about that. He's gotten this whole thing set up like just a Kickstarter forever situation, and so they don't really feel the pressure to get it all done and tidied up. So you just have weird stuff that people can get away with in the game, which I don't see it now. But there was some over there. Yeah, somehow, like right here. How did that get there? It doesn't belong there. It's upside down. People F around in the game because there's all kinds of little holes and stuff here and there. But there's another one up there. All their focus goes on making sure the world has a ton of fun stuff that they love, and they'll clean up later. I think is pretty much their philosophy.
He's locked me in the cargo hold with those crates and doing it cold. Stack them straight and high.
What I'm
Do it
doing
right
is going to get some food and water.
I'm just a cargo monkey, working hard and smelling kind of funky.
I don't think
My tractor beam in hand, so tired I can hardly stand. 16's too big for the lift. Make only 8s. I'm on the night shift. Got to clear the buffer.
if you take the time to go to that website where I have this touchscreen software, you'll see I have other apps up there as well. I just went on this like app building spree over the past 2 years as part of my, I learn not by being a genius, but by grinding. And I probably learned it before, but definitely learned it when I was playing EverQuest years ago. That I can achieve things that normally I couldn't achieve if I just was willing to grind enough time into things. But that's probably what I did when I was learning C++, and basic and stuff when I was younger too. But it's just so fun, I didn't care or think of it as grinding. But yeah. Oh, food court. I see the sign. So I've been grinding on learning all this AI, how to code with AI. I was before that, because of my work, learning statistics and data science and machine learning and making neural networks and all that stuff. But I don't have the money really to make big competitive neural networks at home. Where I work, we do, but not at home. I don't have that kind of money, so or at least not that I'm willing to like risk retirement over or something.
I have been talking to several pilots who found their way here to the First Point 2 space station, and they are reporting by and large a major issue with their navigational systems on all of their ships.
What I've done is switched over from making neural networks to spending my time on trying to master using LLMs that other people make, like OpenAI and Google, etc., Claude, from Anthropic. Learning how to try to master how to make those things, make apps, not just ask them stupid questions and let them make stupid code, but how to get around their limitations and use them in a way that a professional would to drive momentum, basically getting more done faster. And how could you do that? Well, one way of doing that is by having a team, having assistants, having interns working for you. And that's what AI is if you treat it that way. Break everything down into these little tasks, these little typical tasks, give all of the context necessary to get the AI intern to have the information it needs to be able to produce what you're asking it to do. If you ask it to do something and don't give it the data it needs to do it, it's just going to make shit up and say, okay, here you go. And it's going to go, oh, you're hallucinating. No, you just didn't give it the data it needed, and it took its best guess. Since you didn't give it the data it needed to actually do a better guess, more accurate guess. And so, there we go. Kitty. Okay. Anyway, so LLMs coding. So I needed to master how to have a team of AI code assistants, code interns, or whatever that I could guide and get to do all the work that I needed it to do. Let's do something big just in case. The mission that I take requires it. So I don't know what, well, let's just look at my missions first, I guess. Contract. So LLM coding. All right. So I wanted to master LLM coding. Anyway, so I'll talk talking about the details of that. What I was trying to get at was, so I wanted to grind to get really good at that and learn all those details by trial and error over and over and over. Okay, no, create a crap code and try this. No, create a crap code, try this. No, create a crap code. Okay, if I was a half-brained AI trying to understand what a coder like me was saying, what do I have to do? Okay, try this. Oh, that's better. All right, let's go down that direction. Yeah, and eventually I learn techniques for getting stuff done. So I send food from Rivers Harbor and take that around. That's good. I wish there were direct ones, but there hasn't been recently. Member level direct route missions.
Just use it like regular shampoo 4 times a week for 2 minutes in the shower.
No, so let's take this.
Most guys start seeing baby hairs sprouting at their
so I can use my medium-sized ship.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
This red, that's it.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Get up to 66% off. Plus,
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
And we'll see if it brought it up correctly or if it is trying to blow up my ship on the pad. You'll see what I mean when I get there, if it's messed up.
watch your hair transform over the next 90 days.
Okay. Alright, get off. And, yep, like that. Exactly what I meant. Let's try and blow up my ship. I don't know why they cannot fix that. You'd think that they would prioritize it because it makes them look stupid. It really does. It's one of the first things everybody's going to see is a spaceship in their hangar, and ever since I've been playing this, I have ships doing that. I've before stood here and looked at it going, what do I do about this? And then it blows up, you know. It's like, then I have to pay and wait for it to be rebuilt and all this stuff. It's ridiculous. I think that they would try to avoid some of the things that would be first, you know, newbies would see right off the bat. I sure did. Gives a bad impression. And all they have to do is some kind of state detection for, oh, it's being brought up on the pad. Make sure it has a certain orientation. Don't care about what other stuff's going on.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the place.
Hard cut. Look at that. Didn't even bring it up. It just all of a sudden was there. Interesting. I wonder if that means their server's having some issues. I'm worried if I step out there, then all of a sudden they'll decide it's going to start doing whatever it is I'm looking for in my mind here, the animation for it raising up out of the. Okay, now that just went away, so maybe it's safe for me to step out there. It's afraid I'd step out there, and then all of a sudden decide, yeah, I better raise that ship up and not just have it magically appear here. And so then I'm stepping into a giant hole. I die. But that didn't happen this time. But this right here, despite the crap with the little bugginess stuff in this game, this right here, these freaking beautiful ships and the attention to detail and the depth of reality baked into them, make them look real, make them feel real, because you're fidgeting with these machines. They're not just, oh, let me jump in my ship in this game and press the A button and maybe the B button sometimes or something. It's much more like a machine. You're actually dealing with, working with, maintaining, using the correct way, depending on the ship you're in. It behaves differently, has different weights and interactions with gravity and thrust and all that stuff. Crash easily if you don't treat it the way it should be treated. So I've got a mission. Oh, no, no. Well, no, it's fine. Yeah, I want to move the ship over so I can easily load it up. So because I wanted to grind my way into becoming good at using AI for making apps, and not just crap code, but real apps, big, powerful, professional apps, the biggest, the most, like what I do at work. I wanted to get good at doing that sort of thing. And my sticks are not working at all. It may be I turned the thrust off. I left them on when I turned the power off last time. Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, I can see it. All right. There we go. So, so to do all that grinding and not just have that time be wasted on education, which I had just done. I had just spent from 2020 to, I mean, years before 2020, doing it all on my own, self-education, self-coding, anomaly detectors and stuff like this to learn machine learning statistics. But I went all out on real schooling, online schooling for statistics, machine learning, neural networks, and all this stuff, 2020 to 2023, 7 days a week, like a college education, basically. And then from 2024 till now, so it's 2 years, I've been grinding using LLMs of various kinds, all the big ones out there, OpenAI, Gemini, from Google, Claude from Anthropic. I've been using them to write ever more expansive and complex code, and so now what I've done, if you go look at that website, streamteam.com, is I've made at least, I think there's 6 apps up there, all with using AI as my assistant. All those AIs, not just one of them. I've been jumping back and forth using different tools. The one I mainly have settled on right now that I use is Cursor, which uses all those other AIs built in it. So Cursor isn't really an AI.
Sorry to interrupt the end of that song, but this is just in. An emergency announcement sent to you.
Cursor is a tool that runs on your computer and talks to the AIs. Oh, come on, what are you doing now?
Local pilots are warning pilots to set a route from Daymar to Crusader Lagrange Point 1, and then stop along that route and reset your route back to Seraphim Station, so that you come in at an unpredictable angle.
Issues.
Thus,
yeah, 6 apps. Grinding through 6 apps in 2 years. And look at the apps. I mean, these touchscreens. It's C++, firmware type code that you create for these devices. And then that's just what runs on the touchscreens themselves. Then there's an app written in Python that runs on your PC that talks to those devices, like it loads that software, the firmware type software onto the devices and sends skins over to them. Because these touchscreens have SD card slots. With SD cards, they have basically drives in them, and so you can upload many skins. And the reason you do that is because you set those skins up to link together so that they're a menuing system. So one touchscreen could be 100 or 1,000 different touchscreens. It's by what skin you tell it to load up. That's just like here, when I go up here and I touch that home button, the iPut there on that skin that I created, it takes me back to my home skin, and then I can go right back to my skin for power. It's all because that SD card that's in that touch screen, it has a bunch of skins on it. And so the Python app that runs on your PC creates those skins, organizes them, manages them, and loads them up onto the devices, and learns or finds all the devices on your PC and or on your network, because you can talk to them with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all this USB. And so oh yeah, so that's pretty complex software right there. Part C++, and not Windows PC software, but these ESP32 chips that are in these touchscreens, talking to PC Python apps. So that's pretty sophisticated software right there, and that was all created using AI as my helper as I was learning how to do it. I need to do the big ones first. And so, if you see here, what's another one? Oh, Tell Me a Tell AI. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite one. I need to get back onto that and create a version 2. But it talks to multiple AIs to create books. You talk to it about what the premise of your story is, and various details, facts, that those become AI prompts about your story. And then you tell it to go, and it goes out and talks to an AI and says, okay, this is what they said the premise of the story is, and who the characters are, and details about them, and the world that they're in, all that sort of thing. Create page 1 of this story. And so it does. It generates a page 1 of the story. And then when it gets that text back from the AI, because it calls these AI APIs, it's just like chatting like you would use in a browser, but it does it. The computer does it on its own behind the scenes. You don't really see a browser or anything like that, but it's doing the same thing. It's chatting, computer to computer, and so it'll go and get the text for the page 1, and then it'll break that text up into sentences and send them to another AI that's running on your own PC that generates a voice, a narrator, and then so it reads that page to you, and it uses another AI that's running on your PC to generate an image for that page. So if your page is about some stormy, rainy thing that your character is going through, then it'll generate a picture of some stormy, rainy scene with some character doing something, like in the page on that, on that page of the story. So that's pretty neat that it can make contextual images for each page of the story, which it does, and of course read the story back to you for each page. But then it also generates choices down below. Do you want to next do this, or next do that, or whatever? And then there's always an empty choice at the bottom where you can just click on that and say, just type in what you want it to do next, instead of just picking one of the options it gives you. And so in that way, you go from page to page, and you end up building a story. I made a 300-page story, which you can see on the website there and on YouTube, because I created a video of the entire thing being made, the 300-page story. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons type story. And so that was kind of fun. That's kind of a fun app, and uses all these multiple AIs to stitch the pieces together to make a book, creator, or a Dungeons and Dragons type story game, if you want to think of it like that. When I was a kid, I used to do choose your own adventure books. Probably did every one of them. I loved those, and you could think of it as sort of like that. If you just wanted to go through a story, a custom story that's made just for you on the fly, you can use it to do that. But you can also turn around and just have it export the whole thing after it's done, and now you got a book, and you can do things with that book, turn it into an actual book on Amazon or whatever.
This song is written by the group Citizens United, and the song is called Game Keeps Crashing.
This ship right here isn't really made for shipping, hauling. It's a rescue ambulance ship, but it has enough room in there for me to do these smaller missions, and it's kind of convenient because if you need healing, you can do it. Two more small ones. Yeah, that Tell Me a Tale AI app, I definitely hope to expand on that, make a version 2, and incorporate in, when it becomes possible, to create quickly videos. So like I said, for each page of the book, it creates an image. That's about, so, like you had an artist make a picture just for that one page of the book. But you can also if you can get an AI to generate a video quickly, so you're not sitting there for 30 minutes or hours or whatever, you could I could add in the ability for it to quickly generate video for each page of the story, so you're almost making a movie at that point. They also have AIs that make interactive movies, so you basically give it a picture and some prompts and it'll go, okay, well here's what looks like a picture, but then if you move around with your keys on your keyboard, you can move around in that picture. So it's like a little mini game, essentially, a little mini simulation. So maybe you're like entering down into some deep dark cave system in a Dungeons & Dragons type story, and so there's the picture of your party entering into this deep dark dangerous looking cave, and you can just start pressing on the keys and moving around down into the cave and looking around in the cave. You can't make, depending on what you set it up to do, you would just run off and start playing a game. But if you're trying to do a story, an interactive story book type thing, let them do some area of exploration to make some kind of combination of part storybook, part movie, part interactive game. Create some kind of new thing that hasn't existed before. But the AIs that do that require $1 million machines, and they're too slow right now to do at home. Too expensive, too slow to do it.
Cause of the crashes of the navigational maps and the freight elevators being inoperable across the entire system. Is this just a coincidence? I will have one of our investigative reporters to begin looking into this. Next, I would like to pull up a song which was a request just called in by my mother. The song is called It Is Well.
I had them, and now they're gone.
When peace like a river
Okay, I don't know why it didn't work. It highlighted.
When sorrows like sea billows roll. Whatever my
What is going on? But there. Finally. Okay, so where am I going first? I guess her L1. Already found out my ship is working. My sticks are connected and working correctly. So let's just start calling out to traffic control and getting out of here. So I have to fly straight up. Thrust going. There. No, what are you? Why are you doing that? Weird. Just its nose went up for some reason. not normally how this ship flies.
In too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down.
So
Thank you. Please
let's get rid of my landing gear.
Apply now. Join.ice.gov.
Let's go ahead and test my landing gear real quick. Yeah, it's not working. This wasn't working at first back there for some reason. Probably server lag. God damn, this game is just... I wish they could just get it done. This is so much bigger than EverQuest. And EverQuest was unbelievably huge, and this is just so much bigger. It's just like how the space station. Oh, look, there's a space station. Oh, there's some kind of gray blob over there. No, it's not a gray blob. It's a landing pad, and it's a landing pad that's so big that it's bigger than this ship. And it's just, you couldn't see it from way over there because we're so far away. But as we get closer and closer and closer, look at this landing pad. That was just like a little gray rectangle before. And this just this one star. This space station is effing huge, with huge amounts of detail. There's many of these space stations, and not to mention that planet right there. Every bit of it is a place you can go to. Just fly there, get in a vehicle, and drive there from down on the surface. It's crazy how, and there's multiples of these planets and moons. In this star system, the solar system, and there's multiple star systems and solar systems with each of their own planets and moons. I mean, the size of this game is just, this virtual world is just unbelievable. But you can't really depend on progressing, building anything, because they have to do resets and stuff because it's in development still. I don't think I've ever looked down inside of here before. I'm just kind of curious. If I do need to get going. Huh. It's like very large shells of shipping crates. Like every one of those little boxes inside of there are shipping crates, like a semi, or like you'd have on a ship coming from China to the U.S. I mean, they're huge, but there's just hundreds of them stacked in there. But anyway, so then there's more apps on there as well. They're all super cheap right now because I'm just trying to get people to show up and work with me, like I said. Because that feedback loop is what's going to drive it as far as figure out what features to add in next or what apps to make next, or that sort of thing. Whatever everybody wants, the public wants. But anyway, so another one is the Lip Sync Flow app that's on that website, streamteam.com. It's probably the most powerful one on there right now. It's huge. It requires a large, like I got these 250 gig USB sticks to put it on, because it has all the models, the AI models on there too, which are huge, several gig each. And so that app makes AI actors. You give it a picture of some actor dressed in a certain way in some certain scene, and then you give it a voice sample of what you want the actor's voice to sound like so it can mimic it, and then give it the text of what you want the actor to say, and a little bit of text of like basically the emotions or how you want the actor to behave while saying it. And then you say go, and it starts talking to these multiple AIs and renders you a video of a character saying exactly what we want to say. You said you wanted said, and the voice you wanted said, and that with using that starting picture of that character dressed in the way you want them dressed and all that. And so that one's really cheap. It's just like $55 on one of these USB sticks that I'll mail you if you buy one. And for now, like I said, I'll raise the price on all this stuff once people start showing up and interacting with me, getting this engine of you buy something from me and talk to me and make more features based on your ideas and my ideas, and so around the loop goes. Go to my first spot here instead of flapping my lips constantly. You see me using that touch screen for all kinds of stuff. What is that line flashing on my radar about? Somebody's... Yeah, right up there is somebody. Yep, we see a ship up there. Pretty far off. Okay, so first quantum jump point. Is this it? Or is the one down there? Yes, yeah, and jump. Okay, so lip sync flow. Oh yeah, so you can make those AI actors, like I said, those videos, and you can do it in batch. So you can create 10 of them, 100 of them. You have, you know, a sentence or two, or 3 sentences, or 4 sentences, whatever, in chunks, and you can just create as many of those as you want. So if you need a 30-minute piece, you put hundreds of these things in there, or an hour piece, or whatever, and just get all the text in and all that starting images for each of the different parts of the scenes of where you want the you know, the camera to be looking at the person from a certain view, or you want them to act a certain way, or whatever. You just get to stack them all up and then submit that entire job and let your GPU just sit there and crank and crank and crank for hours. I've let it run for days and generate a bunch of videos. Anyway, so what I'm getting at there is not only is that one of the apps that I made. Let me make sure I don't hit a rock here. It's one of the apps that I made, AI apps, to learn how to use AI to make apps, but also to make something that's usable to me and others. It's difficult to put that together yourself on your own PC. Let's put it that way. Even if you are a developer, you know, good luck. It's not easy. I probably would have given up if I hadn't had AI on my side helping me. It's a big pain in the butt. But in any case, so I got it working. Turn my quantum off there so my shields go back on and I slow down. So not only is the app there, but available, but this music we're listening to is right now on this stream, assuming you can hear it too. That is some content made by a streamer called Del Norin. He mainly does Star Citizen streaming. And here we go. And so he made a 6.5-hour radio show that is part music, part the speakers of various kinds, like that right there, that person talking right now, or Jeffries, and there's like a weather person and investigative reporters and government people that want to censor and all this stuff. He has a whole storyline going in the Star Citizen world with Star Citizen themed music, also made with AI, that he has added to that story. He said 6.5 hours of basically all AI made content, but it's not just like AI slop. It's actual creativity combined with AI tools that made it possible for people without a bunch of money, landing gear, and my V2L, without a bunch of money to hire actors and stuff like that, to make something quite interesting.
Our next song is created by their very own company.
And he's got an actual large story there made with these AI actors. He used my app to make that story. It's StantonRadio.com. And so you can go there and watch the whole story and listen to the music. It's good music, good story. And it was made from the minds of people, Del Noren and his streamers. And there we go. And then their ideas being realized by using AI tools that I made. So, you can go there and look at that. And can you have an imagination and dream up a story? Or maybe not a radio show, but maybe a comic book, or who knows what, some kind of a meme, or put on an X or something, who knows what. Let me make sure I'm talking and I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. But, if you can dream up something that you would like to create, there's the AI tools right there on my website to help you do exactly what Del Noren did. You just need to have, a 4090 GPU or higher, basically, but, decent, better than decent PC, basically top of the line, consumer level PC. But you can do this stuff at home. You don't have to be Hollywood. You don't have to be paying, $200 or whatever a month, $300 a month, whatever, to OpenAI or Google Gemini for their top of the line video services, AI services. Their top of the line AI video services do amazing things, but they're not quantum leaps beyond what this app, this Lip Sync Flow, does. And I just stitched together multiple open source AI tools. So I didn't have to be some multi-billionaire who put all this huge investment into it. I just got these open source AIs, multiple of them, and stitched them together in such a way that it becomes like a workflow. And it's able to make these really high quality AI actors on just on a consumer PC, with a 4090. Or I think it'll work on a 3090, but I haven't tested that. But definitely 4090 or 5090. And normally to make something like that, you need $100,000 or $200,000 or $1 million server with multiple GPUs in it. But there's more efficient ways of doing some of these things. Now, more efficient basically means you move the cost around, so that because you get some higher quality with those higher end AI engines. I'm using a pared down version of these high end models so that it'll work on a consumer server. So it'll probably work better with if you asked to do some crazy activity while speaking or something, some kind of detailed activity. It'd probably do better on this higher end models, but and it takes longer. You know, it probably renders faster on this higher end models. So something that maybe takes 30 minutes to render on your home PC takes 5 minutes to render if you pay $200 or $300 a month. But then again, at least right now, I'm charging $55 and send you a USB key, a 250 gig USB drive with the app already all set up on there, so you don't have to figure out how to take all these open source libraries and stitch them together. See, I just keep talking and not looking at what the mission is here. Okay, step 1 is where am I? I don't remember which one I jumped to. Her L1, okay. And what does her L1 need? They need 7 pressurized ice and 6 processed food. Okay, so that's 2 ice, 5 more ice. 1 more. Perfect. You know, I get to talking about all this stuff that I make, and it's really, that's my whole life, it's my career, coding. I've been doing it since I was a kid. I'm like 51 years old. I don't know, I may be wrong about that, but I'm around 51 years old, and I've been doing it since I was 10 years old. All of a sudden dying on my ship. Weird. Man, that's another weirdness in this game. A bug. Still making it sound like I'm choking though. I don't think I am anymore since I put my helmet on. Lay down on this and try to get it to switch modes so it'll stop doing that. No, I'm just stuck in that mode where it thinks I can't breathe. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I need 6 food. Hopefully it'll stop doing that once I get out of here. So that's probably food. Okay.
That was the band, Hop Along Music, and their
That looks
song,
good.
Xrathie.
Let's get out here and see if everything will reset.
Detroit interplanetary manufacturer has announced an immediate recall of all Caterpillar toilet flush valves. When entering the atmosphere of a dense
Now I need to go to her L4 or her L2. Assume her L2 is the next closest one. Let's go to whichever shows up as the next closest one. Alright, switch modes. Perfect. Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah, traffic control. Let's get out of here. So, yeah, you could make really, I assume that it's quite possible to make highly professional content, AI content, at least for today's standards for highly professional AI content, because Del Noren was able to stitch together a bunch of pieces to make this 6.5 hour video. I've stitched together a bunch of pieces to make all kinds of, like, if you go to the company's YouTube channel, streamteam.com's YouTube channel, you'll see the different things I've made. I've made a simulated news like science news station. This guy called David Vance, I think, who's really just an AI actor. And I have like several news segments on there of different science news. Quantum mode, drop shields. There we go. Just turn around, get a nice view as we jump away from the station. Alright, jump. So, that app took a lot. Stitching those AI libraries together that were not made to work together like that. There's different Python libraries that use different versions of things that were incompatible and all this. It was a big pain. Like I said, a developer trying to get it to work on, and it's on Windows. I made it so it works on Windows. Most of these things are made to work on Linux. So I overcame several blockers to make it possible to do this. So that helped me learn a lot of things about how to work with LLMs to get them to code, to get that app done, that's for sure. But all of the apps helped me learn stuff. Nice view. Make sure I don't hit that big rock right there. Once again, these things are bigger than they appear. Do not want to hit that. See how big that thing is? As big as me. It's bigger than me. Make sure you do not point right at the station as you're approaching it. Like I still got my quantum mode on, so my shields are down. That means I can fly a lot faster, not just quantum speed. I'm talking about that. I mean, just regular fuel, regular flight, manual flight here, go a lot faster, and without realizing it, you can slam right into the station. So you don't want to point at it in case you accidentally do that. You'd rather just fly by as you're trying to slow down. I'm probably upside down here. Let's go ahead and turn my quantum off, shields up, slow down. Close enough. Yeah, so once people start buying it and interacting with me, and it starts becoming an actual thing, not just some hobby of mine that I stuck up on a website, I'll raise the price on that. So I don't know when, like how many people necessarily have to buy it before I go, okay, this is probably real. I'm going to start raising the price up to being, but even when I raise the price up, it's not going to be like anywhere near like the costs that OpenAI or Google or those big ones are charging. They're charging hundreds, like $200 per month or whatever. I'm just wanting to make this app wrapped around some open source libraries and sell it once. I don't want to get any monthly fees out of it or anything like that. I just put it on a USB stick, sell it for whatever, $99 or something one time, and that's it. There's no monthly fees. And you make them on your own PC or your own PCs. I've got this, one of the features I have in Lip Sync Flow, the AI Actor app, is that you can have the user interface part of the app running on one PC, and then you have the server part running on another PC. Well, what if you have two PCs with 4090s in them? Or three PCs with 4090s in them? Who knows? Some people do. Well, this will handle that. You can just you can create some big job that's going to take days to finish or hours or whatever. Send it to one of those PCs, create another job that takes a long time like that, send it to another one of those PCs. So you could sit there at home and have large amounts of AI actor rendering going on and not be some big studio. And if you're some kind of content creator and you want to do it cheaply, because that's one of the advantages of it as well, is it's like a proof of concept tool or whatever, so that you can build things without worrying about the cost. You can sit there and have it work for 10 hours rendering all these little video clips, and if you don't like half of them, throw them away and render them again. Change some settings, or change the prompt or whatever, and try it again. Don't worry about it. You're learning, and over time you'll get more efficient, more and more efficient, and not have to re-render so many of them. You'll figure out little tricks and stuff that the AI likes to make it do exactly what you want. And it doesn't cost you extra to do that. It's just your own PCs doing all this without some monthly fee. So I don't know. I think it should be highly advantageous to people, even in this environment where those big boys are providing these data centers with millions and millions of dollars worth of servers in each rack. PC world still isn't over. You can still do this stuff at home on Windows, just like I am, just like Del Norton is doing. Okay, so I did not look at where I'm at. Probably her L2. Yep. And her L2 wants what? It wants 5 food. Oh, don't get stuck in there. Come out. You're still stuck. Come out. Thank you. So there's a bunch of more stuff I've made with AI over the past 2 years with LLMs. You can see that the others on there. Whisper Stream is a text-to-speech and speech-to-text app, and it can do it individually, one at a time, or in batches. Once again, so if you have several chunks of text that you want turned into speech that's mimicked by some voice, or if you want to do dozens of speech audio samples turned into text, you can do both of those, either one both directions. And
What a cute
I don't know
little
why I
ditty.
put that in there.
Next, we have the
And
Louisville
then
Sanitation Department's union representative on the line. He
do
wishes to
them in
express
batches,
his
so you can
concerns
just
they're having with
set it
working
up and let the
conditions
computer just crank
Representative
like you're a
Darius
studio,
Scott, are you on the line
but
with
you're
us,
at
sir?
home on a PC, doing what PCs are meant to do, automating stuff for individuals. And automating things in mass is generally a matter of the right software. And I make software. I make the right software. And then if you don't have thousands of PCs, then it's just a matter of stretching that cost out across time. So you let something that you could have rendered in 5 minutes, let it render in 30 minutes, or something that would have rendered in 30 minutes, let it render in 5 hours. But you're doing it at home on your own PC at no additional cost. And if a bunch of people support me and make it possible for me to spend all my time on making these types of apps and making them better and better and better, I will just end up getting my hands on whatever the next generation of open source AI libraries are, and I'll swap them out for the ones I'm using in these apps to make the apps even more powerful over time. Lip Sync Flow, I'm already doing that now. There's another version of that one, a version 2 I'm working on right now that has an AI actor, what do they call those, talent agencies. So it has like a virtual talent agency user interface built into it for you uploading all your actors and their assets. Like I've been manually doing that with Lip Sync version 1 for when I was helping Delnor and doing all my stuff, creating different pictures of actors and different poses and wearing different clothes and all this stuff. But so having it became apparent to me while using my own app, eating my own dog food, as they say in the IT world. It's like, well, I can organize all these files just in File Explorer and folders and stuff, but it'd be nice if the app supported that. So you have a talent agency, you can upload an actor, start uploading all these pictures for that actor, for all the different poses and different scenes and stuff, and make all those searchable and easily addable right into a script that you're creating in the script editing screen. So and I've been experimenting with adding in more AIs into it as well to generate images, because if you want an actor in different scenes, right now I go use one of the big companies' image generators to do that. I say, I want this person, this image of this person in this dress, in this scene, and with this particular camera angle, and that sort of thing. But I could generate those. I can have the app generate those images with it. It's just by adding an AI that does it. And I've done that in my version 2. I've got an open source image generator where you can give it a starting character and have it generate a scene with them. So eventually, over time, especially if people support me, I will add more and more power to these things for everybody at home to have on their own PCs. Okay, so where am I going next? Her L4. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm not really a streamer. I'm a gamer and a workaholic coder that's trying to make an excuse for why I get to game, because I'm using this time to pitch my new website apps. Whereas streamers are trying to entertain people, trying to get word out about my efforts that I hope could become a team effort. I know people generally look at it as like customers, but it's not just customers when there's a feedback loop. It's a team.
The Rockhoppers would like to be your go-to company for mining, transportation, and also salvage. Keeping that in mind, let's listen to this next song by their company band, Hop Music.
It doesn't really show the landing gear come up if you have your VTOLs engaged. But yeah. So, and there's a game. I just put a game up there. I finished this week, a couple days ago. It's called Pointly. That one is not only that I get help from AI for building it, I got help from AI for designing it. It's a new type of game concept. Well, there's probably games out there like about combining different ideas of them, but I and AI together did. We went through probably a dozen different mini games where we're doing proof of concepts together. Some of my ideas, some of the AI's ideas, and then of course it did most of the heavy lifting for generating the proof of concept, and then I look at it and try to play it a little bit, and then this idea sucks. Try adding this to it or adding that to it, and then eventually I throw that away because this whole thing just sucks. It's boring. It's kind of half working right now. I can tell already it's boring, which is the point of the proof of concepts. And then finally, this pointly one seems like an actual game. Kept moving forwards, developing it further and further with AI until finally got it to have what seems like all the elements of an actual game, and it might be fun to play for people. So it's free up there on the website. I'm not charging anything for it. I'm just getting more experience coding AI apps and trying to find something to attract people to come once again, like I said, join my team, which means becoming a customer. You're part of the bargain is you give me money and feedback. That's, you got to like join the Patreon. I need to put, I guess, you can obviously talk back on these stream channels and stuff, but I need to put some more, I don't know, some kind of way of contacting me besides, well, I mean, the Patreon has a Discord, so it's quite easily to actually join my team by just becoming a customer, and then you start talking to me, telling me your ideas of things you wanted to do additionally, and that's what the customers could do. Give me a little bit of money each, and give me your ideas, and work with me to advance these ideas. So together we make, for people at home on Windows, AI tools that are just unbeatable. Just like how people can use Adobe Photoshop at home, they should be able to use Lip Sync Flow to make AI actors do whatever the hell they want for making their stories, or their memes, or their commercials, or their storybooks, or their streams. Maybe you're making some kind of funny characters doing things that when you press a button on your touch screen thing, it pops up and as the actor doing something funny for your stream. So it's content. Flying around. Sometimes I just love flying around because I'm in a freaking spaceship in space and it looks real. I just forget I'm supposed to be delivering stuff. Last stop for this delivery.
I'm Dr. Sergey Sorin, medical director.
If I don't crash into a rock, quite a bit of meteors on the approach here on this one.
With ongoing health challenges, or if you are simply interested in better health as you age,
Traffic control, give me a bay, please. Over there.
That was from our newest sponsor, the Rockhoppers Band. Hop along music with their song, Rocking the Asteroids. I am so happy we took on this new sponsor. Their band has some real catchy tunes. Next is a real upbeat rock song by the band, Mental Revenge, with their song, This Is My Escape.
Came in a little fast on that. The force field that keeps the air in here out from space jerked my ship off to the side as I was coming in. It's too quick. Yeah, I really like these touchscreens for Star Citizen. I didn't make them to sell them at first. I was just playing Star Citizen. I couldn't remember all the keyboard keys for doing all the million different things you can do in Star Citizen. And I just, one day, I was like, I wish I had like some of these consoles like you see in the spaceship up here. I forget what they call them, MDFs or whatever, all these consoles up here. I wish I could have like a physical one of those where I could just reach over and touch it and do whatever ship thing I want to do. And I have to remember, is that Alt Control F or something, whatever. And then it just turned into dreaming about having custom, touch screens where I can make them look like Star Citizen or whatever I want, custom to me. And like a year later, here it is. These touch screens do exactly everything I imagined. I can create pictures that are the skin, and I can make them do whatever I want in Star Citizen or any other app.
Next, we have a controversial song.
And so it feels nice and natural to sit here and just, I want to fly, so I turn on my power, I turn on my thrust just by tapping over there real quick. I don't have to think about it too much. Just look over and I can see the skin. I want traffic control, to open up a bay, let me in or out. I don't think about what key is this. I just have a button. I can see it over there. I know what it looks like, and so it makes it much easier. If you're in some high pressure situation, because I've got some for fighting, for space dog fighting, like targeting right here. I haven't done any of this in a while because I have been working instead of playing, but I did test this one out. And so you can, when you're dog fighting, you can use these to lock, like to pin locks onto up to 3 ships, and then quickly toggle between them like 3 enemies, and then unlock those pins, and then highlight attackers, hostiles, and friendlies. So, when you're trying to quickly fight and you don't want to spend time, what's the locking pin thing? Some buttons somewhere mapped to something? No, just make sure you have one of these touch screens with that skin loaded. You just look over there and you can see it. It's damn quick. Hit it, go on, get back to the fight. So I think these touch screens are way better than just a regular keyboard. That's why I made them, to help me in all these scenarios. And then eventually it occurred to me, well, I could make it for other people. Other people would probably want to use these touchscreens. They have those, I see the streamers using those one touch pads. What do they call those? Stream Decks. So they have those Stream Decks that have those buttons on them, and you can put like whatever little icons you want behind the buttons. So it's like that, but you can put whatever skin you want in the entire damn touchscreen, and with the buttons all over it, shaped however you want them to be shaped, and looked however you want them to look, with a background that ties it all together because it's a skin, not just a button. So I like these. It's just like I imagined, and they're cheap. Like I said, I've got 8 of them sitting here, not just those 2 you can see in the camera. So I could have a whole bunch of skins loaded up and ready to go in a complex game like this, or in a complex app like Adobe apps or something. So I don't know. I think it's, I'm selling it super cheap. I have it for like $10 or something for now. So it's, and the touchscreens, like I said, are like $30-some each. So you're getting 8 of them. Okay, $240. Say it was even $300. Okay, but that's a hell of a lot cheaper than getting. If you look up some of those people building themselves like Star Citizen spaceship cockpits. I mean, they're spending thousands of dollars to do all that. I'm basically got the same sort of feeling here. Maybe not the look that they have, but having all these, call those MDFs or MDCs or these control console screens here. I have, just like you see here in the spaceship, like this one right here, and this one right here, and this one right here, you know, and these have different screens too. Like that's how my touch screens work. You can flip between different screens with different controls on them, and so my touch screens do that. So it's sort of like having, and you can program it to control all this stuff. The power one controls these. Let's see here. So ammo. So power for ammo. Weapons. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, it still works. You see that? It went up. And then if I think I can, there's a reset. Yeah. So power, thrust. Okay, so that's not working now because of something. When I reset. It was working, and now I've put myself in some kind of. I don't know this game super well, so I put myself in some kind of mode where I think I've maxed out the button, so I can't move around anymore or something.
So if you find yourself in Louisville, the trash and the grime left by the janitor boardroom. So bend on over and pick up some
Weird.
trash.
It's like I'm not actually in that screen, so my controls aren't going to it or something. Let's see if I do it with the mouse, will it work? No, they're red. So there's some rule in the game for why I cannot up any of these now. I'm not sure what it is. When I hit reset, that happened. But I'll have to figure that out later as I'm learning this game. But it was working. As you can see, these controls right here are how much power that you have going to guns, going to engine, going to shields. And these controls right here on the touch screen make those go up. And if you make one go up, I thought the other ones went down. So you're really moving these blocks around, but it's not working right now. Once I hit reset, it kind of set it back to the default, and then won't let me make them change them again. Probably put me in some kind of mode that doesn't allow me to change them, and I don't know how to tell that I'm in that mode or how to get out of it, because I don't know this. I haven't played this game near enough. Like that Del Noren guy's played it for years. I have not. He knows all this stuff. Yeah, I don't see how to do it, but it doesn't really matter. I was just trying to show that there's other things that you can control on these MFDs, is that what they call them? Multi-function devices. And that's essentially, that's what these touch screens right here are, multi-function devices. Okay, that's my thrust. Yeah, my thrust is already going, so yeah. So let's call traffic control, get out of here, head home. The job should be done. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. How much money do I have now? 3.3 million.
The crash investigation discovered that the pilot had not initiated their thruster controls and were still in navigational mode, coming in at nearly 600 kilometers per hour instead of the same 40. They were unable to slow down, and they slammed into the ground at a high rate of speed and were killed instantly upon impact. So it may be a bit morbid, but here is a song by the band Better Dead Than Red with their song Clear the Way.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Collide with a light. Let's bring up my landing gear. 2L, turn that on. Picks up the speed right there. See it. This place, it's amazing. That's like my reputation. I like to check it, even though it only moves me forwards a little bit each time. Yep. A little bit more. I don't know, maybe 4 more missions. If they don't reset me before then. Let's go back to first.
That song may give me nightmares. Can you imagine coming in so fast at the other ships and buildings on the moon and being unable to slow down?
Let's go into quantum mode so I can
Let's try and make the verse
get out of
a better
here.
place with our next song. Let's play a love song about a man and a woman working together in a warehouse on Microtech, loading up a caterpillar on the midnight shift with tractor beams. An unexpected place for romance to bloom, but such a lovely thought. Sit back and enjoy this song from the band.
We were together on a night shift. Outside the blizzard made us go drift. A caterpillar we had to load. You caught me looking your way, I am told. I can't get you out of my mind. Saw you unloading cargo and a pass line. Held in my mind more tight than glue.
fresh cup of coffee?
Love it. Everest Harbor, right back at the same space station where we started off at tonight. I jump around the planet a couple of hops, it looks like.
I am back, and I have a fresh cup of coffee. Today is going along swimmingly.
Hop number
Next,
one,
we have an announcement from
comm
Anvil
station,
Manufacturing with a reminder to
something,
calibrate
yep.
your quantum drives.
Anvil Manufacturing is pleased to sponsor this next song on WKHQ 100. The best music, The Cube. This is a maintenance reminder to get your quantum
Funny.
calibrated every 40 million gigakilometers. A properly calibrated quantum drive will ensure you arrive at your destination and not in the center of the planet. Be safe out there. Fly Anvil.
A big thank you to Anvil Manufacturing
Sure.
for sponsoring this next song. These next two songs are stirring up the airwaves across Stanton. The original band, Astor's Void, had the #1 song of 2042, Put Away Your Moby. This song has found a resurgence on the radio again. Two bands this week have released a single of this same song. We will listen to both versions back
There
to
it
back
is.
without interruption, and then
On
we
the
would like you to
horizon.
log into StantonRadio.com to place your vote for your favorite version. First, we will play Put Away Your Moby by Vlad the Destroyer. Then, we will play the same song by Holy Siren.
There she is, home. Yeah, Del Noren just saw me online, invited me, but I'm about done. He's always on like really late for Eastern time. He's at his job. And I usually squeeze in just a couple hours right before I go to sleep, which is about the time he's getting started right now. Del Noren connected. I think that's a voice thing. Let's see here. I don't think I installed TeamSpeak. Okay, I'm going to install TeamSpeak.
I was looking at my Moby.
I'm just sitting here getting TeamSpeak installed.
Rear-ended into 90, and it was my fault. Distracted, I did not know to come to a keep alive, quit flying. Distracted, don't go landing with your gear. Attracted, put away your Moby and pay attention. Your death is our main prevention. I was on my Moby, looking at my map. No idea distraction would be in my death trap. Decoupled and heading for the station. Looking at my Moby caused my decapitation. Keep alive, quit flying. Distracted, don't go landing with your gear. Attracted, put away your Moby and pay attention. Your death is our main prevention. On a beautiful
Be right back. I gotta go look up some info.
A call on my Moby, right over my head. The landing was smooth, but I didn't see another hollow landing right on top of me. Keep alive, quit flying. Distracted, don't go landing with your gear. Attracted, put away your Moby and pay attention. Your death is our main prevention. Oh, laser heats of this asteroid, paid by the hour I am employed. A call on my Moby while in the green, taking a look, we blew up metal through my spleen. Keep alive, quit flying. Distracted, don't go landing with your gear. Attracted, put away your Moby and pay attention. Your death is our main prevention.
The creativity of the bands here in the Stanton system are something we should be proud of as a system. We really do have a wide variety of music, genres, and styles. Well done. Don't forget to log in to StantonRadio.com to place your vote for which song you prefer. Remember, only one vote per person, third-party authentication required, front and back of your government ID, palm print and DNA, verification required. You know, the normal requirements for any internet access. Next, we have a great song about people living on their reclaimer, spending weeks at a time away from any city or space station as they work long hours cleaning up space shipwrecks out in the black. The name of this band is Workers Unite, and the name of this song is The Reclaimer Our Home.
Hello there, Mr. Xrathie.
Hello.
We picked up a contract for an abandoned spaceship.
Pretty good, a little tired. It's a little late.
We can take a break after we strip it all clean.
Did you get much?
Keep pushing through. Drink some more caffeine.
I squeezed in 2 hours. I just got a mission done. Hey, hauling. Yeah. Almost done with my member level at Kovacs. Trying to get myself. What level do you finally start getting Hall C missions?
Check for computers and items in storage. Things we can sell. Do a quick forage. My reclaimer is more than just a salvage ship. Radar showing up at 60 kilometers. It's a large clip. This is a work site for 12 in our crew.
I started getting like 200
we live here. It is true. This ship will take 2 days to salvage it.
All right. Do you know if experienced is right after member? It sounds like. All right. Good. I'm almost there. About 4 more missions.
Just you don't panic. My reclaimer is more than just a salvage ship. Radar showing up at 60 kilometers. That's a large blip. This is a work site for 12 in our crew.
Can you hear me right now?
Also our home. We live here. It is true.
Can you hear me now?
We are out for several weeks.
They have a
Living
lady
in the
time.
black with long days and deep sleeps. In the kitchen we eat, play games and have church. The heart of our ship.
Oh,
No need
that's Amelia
to
Boyd.
research.
That's the pirate.
My reclaimer is more than
The
just
last
a
event.
salvage ship.
There, everybody was hunting this lady down. She was the head of the terrorist group, and now they killed her, and now they have her on display.
Also our home. We live here.
Wow, I like
It is
that
true.
actually. We got a little bit of that in the United States. Dude, they need to do that in London, and then they'll watch the women stop getting raped.
From Lorville, we're out for several weeks.
Can you hear me?
Living in the black with
I can hear you
long
when
days
you
and
said,
deep
"Can you hear me?"
Can you hear me now?
kitchen, we eat.
All right. I was setting up push to talk. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. I can hear you way better
Keep
now.
Your family, your neighborhood safe. But in too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE and help us catch the worst of the worst. Drug traffickers, gang members, predators. Join the mission to protect America with bonuses up to $50,000 and generous benefits. Apply now. Join.ice.gov and fulfill your mission.
Man, Ruin Station has so much junk. I can't tell when there's stuff thrown on the ground or if it's just decoration.
My reclaimer is more than
Ruin
just a
Station.
salvage ship.
Is that pyro?
Showing up at 60 kilometers. That's a large flip. This is a work site for 12 in our crew.
Is Ruin Station in pyro?
We live
Or Stanton?
here. It is true.
What? I'm in a pyro because my ship blew up for just no reason whatsoever, and this is where I woke up.
Good luck.
I know, right?
I now have that song stuck in my head for good. Did you find your toe tapping on the floor like mine was on that song? Fantastic tune. Next, we have a new song by Hop Along Music with the title Loading Up the Cat.
Well, I was about to get off, but since I can listen to the Del Noran show, I think I'll do one more. This mission, inland, and get refuel.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Where do you want me to go? Oh.
Hey there, Mr. Coldhammer.
Hey, buddy.
So you do you get any details on this Star Citizen update you speak of?
Let's see. Looks like it was actually an update on the 17th.
Oh yeah, okay. I had an update a few days ago.
There was a launcher update, and then there was.
And then last night when I went to log in, I had an update, like a full-on game update.
It's not what I want to do. I'm already done with my deliveries. I need to check up on my fuel levels.
It's supposed to be an enhancement of long-term persistence.
What's that mean?
You need some screen to see my contracts. Let's want that done. I think I'm done for tonight. It's pretty late. I got a lot done. I got one mission done. I just got to keep ticking them off over and over. Let's move my ship closer to where I need to go. Don't have to walk.
So few of us were ever raised out in the small towns. With resources spread thin and the jobs being in the cities, it is where most people gather, and thus where most are also born into the city life. This next song is a reminder that there is a life out there beyond the smog, beyond the crime and the backstabbing politics, where neighbor looks out.
Yeah, I try to convince myself to play longer, but really that's a commit. It's committing to like another, whatever, 2 hours. Just do not one more mission. I just need to stick with one a day until I get my business going. Becoming an actual business.
I guess they also made a fix to the Hull C loading.
Oh, what was it doing? I mean, what was wrong?
It was freezing mid-load.
Welcome to the Xrathie power system. Your vehicle has been moved to us. Please visit us at
Take pride.
They fixed the audio glitch from the ATC dialogue.
Oh, okay.
That repeats in the hangar.
Oh, okay.
Great graphics. All right, well, that's another night of me going on and on about StreamTeam.com and Star Citizen. It was a nice little mission got to do there. I hope some of you take an interest in StreamTeam.com and some of the apps I have on there. If you're not interested in AI stuff, check out SkinSync. It's these touch screens, or you can make your own skins, make them do whatever you want. They're cheap, like 30 some bucks. You can get these each touch screen. They plug in via USB, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and the software I made uploads the custom skins onto them. Oh, they have an SD card in them as well, which is what stores all the skins. So one touchscreen can be many touchscreens just by jumping from one skin to the next, and each skin has its own commands.
Looks like I got to recompile shaders.
And of course, I have several AI apps up there also if you want to get into doing AI at home on your own PCs.